Piat, Dig Deeper Ministry, Sherry Charles, D23. Guys, Diamond Lil, Lake Fairy Files, all you guys already. Wow. You know how some days are bigger news days than others? Today is one of those days, and I always get nervous pressing that button. And I haven't showered today. I haven't shaved yet. Scruffy, I'm taking a day off. But I've just been digging into the word, and then just, oh man, just seeing everything explode. Oh my goodness. Are you guys keeping up with all this? Thank you, Dig Deeper Ministry. And I'm going to shout him out real quick because I gave him a call right before this. And he's like, just do it. Press the button and get going. Because, hey, Stephanie, B-Dog, hey, how you doing? Because I get so nervous. And, you know, I'm just a hillbilly who loves the king. And I love Bible prophecy, and everything unfolding with Israel is just... yeah, it's getting me into overdrive, so I just need to... but anyway, segueing to Jeremiah 20, verse 9, but if I say I will not remember him or speak anymore in his name, then in my heart it becomes like a burning fire shut up in my bones. And I am weary of holding it in, and I cannot endure it, and I can't help but laugh because this is so true. Because there's so much in there. Hey, Bubba Morris, PJ, how you guys doing, Thorne? Hey, Mercy, great to see you guys. There's so much going on, and thanks already for the thumbs up. I haven't even, I don't even care about that stuff. It's just so much is going on, and I want to try to get this out because, hey, BBC, great to see you. Be of good cheer, yeah. Today has just been nuts, and I was trying to wonder what to do because there's so much misinformation going around right now. There is from both sides. The propaganda machine is in full charge, Israel side, but it's full bore charge the Iranian Hamas Hezbollah side. And the way that things are, when are we leaving? I'm out. That's a great question. Guy Viola, yeah, I gotta quit looking at the chat because I consider all you guys my friends, because this is such a wild time just to be alive and just to watch all this coming together. This is nuts. But I was thinking even just showing what has happened today, because a lot of people haven't heard all that's going on, and some people have. And if you guys aren't on the Telegram thing, check it out. Yes, Dawn, I'm good. I forgot I'm live. I can't. Okay, I'm live. I forgot to text my friend back. Okay, so sorry, guys. Yes. So I'm live. Let's get over here to the Telegram. I just wanted to run down just today. This is just nuts. And, take it for what it is. But I'm just going to throw up what the news that I threw up today. It's not me. It's not me, guys. It's just there's so much going on. And a lot of people don't hear it. A lot of people don't know. And when they do, it's been... totally changed by the time they hear it from when it's... and what else is going on too is it's happening so fast now. Yeah, it's Diamond, this is definitely distracting our attention because I've been watching this digital ID thing, and they are passing this and going through with this. And the past 3 days, they just finished up today, the 17th, the World Health Summit in Berlin, and no one's paying attention because everyone's paying attention to the Middle East. And that's crazy. I mean, because there's so much going on, and they know this, and this is why they're running with this. I'm just gonna, forgive me, guys, and for whoever, guys, this is such a blessing. Before I went to Kentucky, I was over there with Dig Deeper Ministry. We did a little live stream. What was it, last week? And discussing this over there, and I went camping for the weekend of the October 6th, the night of Friday night into Saturday morning, the 7th, where I was watching it and catching up on stuff in Kentucky, but just watching this all unfold, and just nutty professor. Let's go to just today, guys. There's so much going on. Jordan, we've got to watch Jordan. Okay, let's start from today. And I probably, the Palestinian Authority is paying nearly $2.8 million to families of the 1,500 dead Hamas terrorists. And they're paying, yeah, Diamond, definitely the digital ID thing. Yeah. Oh, Laura K, great. Yeah, the notification. Outstanding. Because they have that pay for slay system going on. Jordan is saying there will be no refugees in Jordan and there will be no refugees in Egypt. And this seems very ironic because the tents of Edom are the Palestinian refugee camps that are already in place in southern Jordan. Psalm 83, verse 6. He says the king of Jordan, Abdullah II, said today at a press conference with the chancellor of Germany, and the chancellor of Germany was there meeting with Netanyahu today. And it's so weird. All these people are moving into places, and we'll get to the whole Mahmoud Abbas canceling the Jordan thing with Biden tomorrow. But it's so wild because Jordan has so many of these refugees already from the Syrian war, and Egypt has a bunch of refugees. And they're both saying no. They don't want to help out. The Hamas firing rockets at central Israel, they were doing this to avenge these killings, and they're doing these killings. And I'm watching too. The Hamas fire of the rockets is starting to slow down at nighttime, and it's like right now it's slowed down. I think everybody is waiting now for the Hezbollah. What's coming there? The UN nuclear watchdog warns of Iran becoming a nuclear North Korea. That's coming. This is one reason why Israel will take out Iran's nuclear program before this is all said and done. The nuclear watchdog IAEA has warned that the future of Iran's nuclear program could mirror the path taken by North Korea by secrecy and no international oversight. That is so true going on, and that's Jeremiah 49, 35 to 37, Elam, that whole area. And it's interesting, too, because down there, the southern part of Iran, into the southern part of the Persian Gulf there, the Strait of Hormuz, they had another big earthquake. And the Bushehr nuclear power plant in that area is basically, if I believe right, it's on 3 tectonic plates. So there is something major coming to a humanitarian thing still to come in Iran. And the Iranian released an advertisement to recruit volunteers to support Palestine, Gaza. According to the website, 3.4 million people have signed up so far. The other day they had 1.2. You've got 3.4 million people in Iran that have now signed up for this to help go join Hamas and Hezbollah and march to Jerusalem. Right now it's only a pipe dream, but they might want this pipe dream to come true. The significant airstrike, let's get to that. That's the big one today. That is the huge news today. Caused significant casualties in Gaza City and the Baptist Al-Ahli Arab Hospital. If the figures are confirmed, then the expectation is that Hezbollah will ignite the northern arena and the slow tit-for-tat action between Israel and Lebanon will cease. Because this is what they've been doing. Lebanon has been hitting Israel every day this week. Every day this week. They're taking out a tank. They're taking out the cameras. They're taking out, every day. And this would be enough for them to escalate. And yes, now they are going to escalate. It's just a matter of time before the support for Israel stops. It's just a matter of time before the support for Israel stops. And we're starting to see that now. We're starting to see even some of the Western countries. And we'll see if Biden even goes to Israel tomorrow. Because Biden is he was supposed to meet with the Jordanian president, King Abdullah II. He was supposed to meet with the Egyptian president, Sisi. And he was supposed to meet with the Palestinian Authority, Mahmoud Abbas, tomorrow. Well, that has now been canceled. So it'll be interesting to see if Biden even goes to Israel tomorrow. Because if so, I can see where they will launch the rocket attacks while he's trying to land. And if that goes down, that could be something real ugly real quick. I don't know. There's all kinds of... There's just so much going on. But the rocket that did hit Israel is coming out with the evidence showing that it is a rogue rocket. And the rogue rockets... Since October 7th, the IDF came out earlier this evening and said that 450 of the rockets that have been launched from Gaza into Israel never made it to Israel. They stayed and hit in Gaza. So he's now in the air, Biden. I saw that on Twitter. Very good, Wendy Fowler. Great to see you. No, thank you. I've been. Yeah, it's a good way to get Joe out. But that was another thing I got to thinking about. What if he gets landed, and just like the German chancellor today, when they were on the tarmac, him and his entourage, and they were lying down on the ground, having to take cover because of the rocket sirens going off at Tel Aviv airport. So this will be interesting. This will be very, very interesting. Hey, Rick, Neil, great to see you, buddy. I haven't seen you forever. One of the reasons, too, why Jordan doesn't want to take the refugees This is going to be really bad because Israel's wanting to come into the northern part of Gaza, and this is why they've asked them to clear out so that they can get up in there. Hey, Ramovi, you're great to see you, buddy. Rhonda, hey, I know so many what ifs. But they're coming. They want to come down in the ground invasion into northern Gaza. That's why everyone's going south. But then they're saying as they continue to go south, then the people living in Gaza will then move north into the northern part of Gaza. But that doesn't make sense because then where would half of these people live? I haven't seen the latest numbers, but I saw we're over last night. What was it? 10,500 plus buildings have been destroyed. And a lot of these in Gaza were built by Israel before they left. In what was that? 1995, 2005, one of the two. I remember the five, and they got out. So 67, 28 is probably, yeah. 95, yeah, I think so. But anyway, well, if not, anywho. But yeah, keep your eyes on Jordan. And did Jordan cancel the meeting with Biden? Yeah, they said no more. Let's get to that. Then Jordanian minister, let's get down to that. Israel tells its citizens to leave Turkey immediately. That really got me. That really is starting to get me. Okay, this is getting nuts quickly. Israel tells its citizens to leave Turkey as soon as possible. And I put down on the Telegram, the Jews are going to be targeted soon, like we've never seen before in our lifetimes, I believe. Very soon. There's a reason why Zechariah 12:3 discusses why Jerusalem will become a very heavy burden to all to try to even help or deal with them. The National Security Council issued a warning against travel to Turkey and Morocco, citing that fears that Israeli travelers will be targets of those angry at the ongoing Israel-Gaza war. They've raised their alert to Turkey to a 4 and are calling on all Israelis in the country to leave as soon as possible. Watch Morocco as well, as the threat level is being raised to a 2, as Israeli tourists are called on to exercise extra caution. All of these numbers will be going up tomorrow. All of them. Let's get to there. Yeah, when the Hamas chief Ismail Haniyeh, this guy, when he gave his televised speech earlier today to the world a little bit ago, he made some interesting comments regarding the Gaza hospital. He warned the world that this massacre will constitute a turning point and a flood added, that's Hezbollah, to the flood of Al-Aqsa. He warned America. The current American authorities who gave unlimited cover bear responsibility for the Baptist hospital massacre by the Israeli regime. He warned Israel, I call on our proud people in the West Bank, Jerusalem, and the interior to go out in all cities, villages, and camps in the face of the Jews. So, but the Haniyeh guy has been hiding out in Qatar, however you say it. Yes, they've been setting fires outside of the Jordanian embassy tonight, and I haven't checked but yes, tomorrow is a go, supposedly, with Hezbollah. Hezbollah announces tomorrow to be a day of rage, a day of unprecedented anger against Israel. The northern storm is coming. Hezbollah said that condemning statements are no longer enough. We must take action. Earlier tonight, protests were going on between Jordan outside of the Israeli embassy. They were doing it in Istanbul, Turkey. A bunch of them were marching earlier towards the Jordanian-Israel border. And this is still out there that the UN peacekeeping troop along the Lebanon-Israel border, UNIFIL, is reported to be leaving southern Lebanon. So they should be leaving ahead of this attack, but it's not even so much that, because there's all kinds of paperwork with the UN that they would have to do basically before they were to leave and evacuate their position along that border. But there's so much internal strife, and even in Lebanon now, fighting and stuff that's kicking off again. Iran's gloves are getting ready to come off. The president of the Iran tonight said the fire of the U.S. Israeli bombs that were dropped tonight on the wounded Palestinians in the Baptist hospital will soon engulf Israel. It's all coming together. It is all coming together. Yes, the White House confirms that the Biden summit in Amman has been canceled. It was supposed to take place tomorrow. Earlier this evening, a senior Palestinian official said Mahmoud Abbas had canceled his participation in the meeting already. And it's funny because Mahmoud Abbas met with Secretary of State Anthony Blinken earlier today. And when Abbas welcomed Blinken, he said, "It's nice here. You should get an apartment here." And Blinken said, "I'm thinking about it." I mean, talk about your kissing up and your bad cologne, in the room. I'm just like, this is bad. But yeah, Abbas was scheduled to join King Abdullah from Jordan and Sisi from Egypt at the summit where they were set to discuss the latest Israel war with Biden. They do not want America any longer, and they do not want Israel any longer. And the tide does appear to be drastically starting to turn today. This is starting to go for it. I mean, it's hard to say what's next, but tomorrow will be interesting. Tomorrow will be very interesting, it seems like. But sooner or later, Israel is going to have to cut the head off the snake. They're going to have to hit Iran. Because the main thing that's different than all of these other scuffles that I've seen since 2005 and before even is this is not Hamas controlled, or this is not Hezbollah controlled. This is Iran controlled. This is all Iran being the huge conductor, and all of their proxies all around Israel is the orchestra. And they are conducting and telling them what to do. It's truly crazy. Yes, I heard my dog barking inside. My dog will be fine. Yeah, there's a giant train of people moving towards the U.S. Embassy in Jordan. So there's all kinds of stuff going on tonight. Or no, that's in Beirut, excuse me. And the United States is building that huge multi-million, if not billion-dollar embassy in Beirut. Huge on this hill that overlooks Lebanon. I'm like, with all those poor people? Oh, my goodness. Right now it seems like it's starting to slow down. Except for all the thousands of Palestinian refugees and Jordanians are trying to attack, this is outside of the Israeli embassy in Jordan again. So, I mean, this is no joke. These guys, these Muslims they're coming together. They are definitely coming together. There is a tide changing. There's definitely a tide changing. We've got some major fires breaking out in the Shuafat camp there in the West Bank tonight between Israeli forces, because he just called out for all of those inside of the West Bank and areas to come out and to start following Israel. And this is the goal too, directed by Iran, to get the West Bank so inflamed within Israel, to have Hamas hitting them from this side, having Hezbollah coming down from the north. And when Hezbollah gets going, this is going to be no joke, because they do have upwards of 210,000 rockets and missiles. They have, over 20 to 30,000 very long-distance precision-guided rockets and missiles. These guys have some nasty ones. Those Scud missiles, I don't know if you guys are old enough to remember those Scud missiles from back in the day. Those things are nasty. Oh, man, those things are nasty. They've got at least 2,500 drones in their Air Force attack drones. 2,500. Lebanon alone. When they had that huge attack, and it was that false alarm the other day when Iran hacked into Israel's stuff and all that thing, because they were talking about the infiltration up the north, with the reports were coming out of a huge drone attack. And that didn't happen, but I took screenshots because that's what it's gonna look like. And you've got the guys, you've got the Iranian guys there in Al Bukamal in Syria, from where some of our boys are and stuff, Deir Zor. They've been moving so many people into Syria. So many Iranian operatives and IRGC proxy groups have been moving into Syria. Syria's starting to get very, they're starting to come out of the woodwork. They're getting ready to join this. They're getting ready to join this fight real soon. And you've got the PIJ, and you've got all kinds of different factions in Iraq, but the Iranian drone thing that they have between Iraq, Syria, and Iran is another 3,000 to 5,000. I was telling my friend, it's just some of the stuff they have is nuts. And Yemen is now warning Israel. Yemen down south, they're ready to start hitting, and they've got some nasty Iranian stuff too. And keep in mind, it's just a matter of time. And I know they've only said 2 weeks for how long? For Iran to have a nuke? They've only said, they could be ready in 2 weeks. They've only said that for about 3 years. But Iran is that close to having it, I believe. And Israel will have to cut off the head of this snake. And they are going to have to take care of this business. But this will, once Israel hits Iran, because all of the proxy groups have a call to do their attacks and to come in like Hamas did, and to come in as Hezbollah is getting ready to do, Syria with their chemical, Iraq with their stuff. We also have to pay attention to our boys and our militaries in Syria. They want they want the American troops out bad, because we've been taking so much of their oil for years. That being said, they're also part of the whole BRICS thing with everything going on and that whole scenario with Iran. And they want our boys out, and they want to take our boys out if we don't leave. But we keep bringing in more and more. We just brought in a bunch of the F-35s now into Jordan, and a bunch of others. We've got the F-22s, and because I was telling Josh there, Dig Deeper, we've been bringing in a bunch of stuff into Syria, the base there. Not Syria, excuse me, Jordan. Ever since like around the July 7th, I believe it was, when the Syrian drone was like causing the U.S. or the Russian jet was causing the U.S. drone. He's trying to get his tail wash or something, get him all messed up and all that. So the U.S. has been putting a bunch of air power into Jordan to help protect the skies there of Syria. But basically, the U.S. kind of controls that eastern section of Syria, and Russia controls the western side with Damascus. And Putin is going to have to make some big decisions soon. Because he knows, he knows that 40% of the Israelis in Israel right now are of Russian descent. He knows that Russia is still, I believe, the fourth most spoken language in Israel. Putin has been a friend to Israel for years, in the sense of allowing Israel to do all of their attacks outside of Damascus area in Syria for years. He's basically turned a blind eye to it, and that's going to probably come to a close very soon. But it's funny too, because as Israel's been hitting Syria this week, even every night. What is it? Last night, Sunday night. Even their airport and that whole thing. After they got the Aleppo fixed, the runway, they took it right back out the next day after it was fixed. So. But we've got to keep an eye too on the Tartar, not Tartarus. Excuse me, I was thinking of Sheol and that whole study. Tartus there, Latakia, the area there, Syria, just north of Lebanon, where they have the Hammam air base there with the naval thing, and Russia is right there, and we've got Turkey that's doing all these drills and whatnot, supposedly the next couple days in the Eastern Mediterranean. A lot's going on. I'm going to take a break and see what you guys are saying. Joe B's giving another $100 billion to Ukraine, Israel, and a couple other countries. Lindy, yeah, I saw that. Maybe they're going too fast for me. Maybe I need to get over here. I just wanted to see what you guys are saying, but I want to keep going on the news. But it's kind of like it's this crazy town right now, and a lot is changing. A lot is going on. I'll say hello to the Watchman, K9 man. Sorry about that. My goodness, how are you doing? Goodness. Yeah, it's great to see you, Don Riverstone. Great to see you. Sorry about that. I mentioned your name, Don, too, a little bit ago, because you had texted, like, are you going to go live? But I needed somebody to help. Hey, Chosen144, thank you for being here. I see you. You're a moderator now. It's so great to see you. If you guys get a chance, check out Watchman Dan in the mornings. Watchman Dan Trindle. His Telegram thing is doing, he's doing a bunch of stuff, too. Guys, and if you don't do Telegram, I get it. But the reason I've been putting more stuff on the Telegram stuff is because it's just blowing up on the Israel side. And it's like I can get information out there faster, and it's not censored, which is a big one. But I've also learned to keep it down, too, and not share so much, because I can see a lot of the graphic raw stuff. And maybe I should have shared some of that from the October 7th scenario just for documentation, but it is what it is, because And even just seeing that whole day of October 7th there with Israel. And, when the Gaza came in, they basically took twice as much land into Israel as they had previously of Gaza. This is how much it was just nuts how far they came in. But, just realizing that this is what it's going to be like in the future. Down the road. The death, the carnage, the insanity. And if anything, I think we're starting to see the fruitions of what it's going to be like in the 7-year tribulation. We won't see it, but my point being is, there's a reason why the earth will become a graveyard. What is that? Man, it's just truly insane. It's just truly insane. I'm out. It's great to see you. Oh my goodness. All these cool people that are coming in that I've met on these other channels and stuff. It's just so cool how, God is just bringing everybody together. Even talking to Josh there, Dig Deeper, just diving in. And as we get further in time, Wounded Dove, great to see so many good people. And forgive me, guys, as we get further in time, we are seeing that these prophecies in the scripture is just jumping out. You can't even hide it anymore. In other words, I have unsaved buddies that see it. Let's put it that way. And if we can't see it, wow. You know what I mean? Blythe USA, great to see you. Biden, BB had a map. Yeah, the planning the corridor. Did you see where they're... And that's basically... And the map that he showed is basically Transjordan. And you can Google that, even Transjordan map. And it'll show you what they want and what this will be. And, and there's so many questions, too. Not so much the Abraham Accords right now. And forgive me if I'm missing people. Rui, great to see you. But the normalization deal with Saudi, listening to Lee Brainerd the other night. And, last night going to Mom's, I was listening to it. And when he said the Psalm 83 hadn't technically started yet, I was like, oh, baloney. Yes, it has. But then I started thinking and reviewing, and I'm like, you know what? He's technically right, because there has been no shrewdness of a covenant being built yet. But the pieces are coming together. But just the normalization with Saudi is done. It's done. The only one who will be able to bring it up again is the Antichrist, in my opinion. Because we know, too, that the Saudi factions there from the tents of Edom, Psalm 83:6, and the Ishmaelites goes into Saudi Arabia. So, this whole... But then we see after the Psalm 83 war, when Saudi Arabia and the Ishmaelites, the northern, towards Neom, that whole area... because they do attack Israel. But they learn their lesson by Ezekiel 38 and 39 Gog-Magog war, because they are then the protesters and saying, why are you doing this? So, and I don't want to keep this going too long, guys. I've been doing 28 minutes, but see, it's starting to get dark. But I wanted to do this outside because it's, I should have brought a light. Oh, well. It is what it is. For this, I don't listen to Lee. Yeah, and it's okay. You don't have to. No, I just found him here in the past couple of years, and pretty good stuff. Yeah, really, actually, really good stuff. And even listening to one of his videos the other night, his live stream, there's a couple things I didn't agree with, but you know what? It is what it is. But we are who we are. We learned so much, and just even the camaraderie. Check out all the people in here that are just oh, Annie, great to see you. Moderator, all these people that have become friends now. It's just like, it's what is it? 12:21 a.m. there, 12:22 UK time, and it's 2:22 right now, Israel time. 2:22 Israel time. Amy Puppet, great to see you. And the land grabs are going to continue, K9 Man, and it's funny because, but it's also prophetic, because every time Israel goes to war, they gain land. But even Ezekiel 36:24, where it says, I will bring you back into your own land. This is all prophesied to happen. Hey, PJ, and I didn't make you. He's another good one. Yeah. But guys, thanks for coming. Let's keep this right here short. Maybe if I keep it short and don't blab too much, it'll make you want to come back for more sometime. But, maybe we should do a Q&A session or something. That'd be fun. But I'd love to get you guys comments or suggestions. But maybe I should just stick to this. Rhonda, here we go. Yeah, maybe I should just stick to this and just do the news again. But there's so much going on too that if we've got to stay plugged into the word, because if we don't know the truth, we are going to be deceived. And if you're not into the word today, even tonight, may I just encourage you to dig back in. Dig back in. These prophecies, these verses are jumping out, and we are going to see them. Maybe you want some Bible verses. Obadiah 1, 18, 19. You've got Ezekiel 25, 17. We've got the full-on Psalm 83. What is it? Zephaniah 2, 4, I believe. But if you guys want if you want a really deep Bible study too, dig into the Zechariah 12 to 16. Because we're coming up into something at the beginning, at least, of that. Because even the Zechariah 12:3 is even starting to come together. And, just... Here, I'll do this in the dark before I pop up. Bill Bailey, it's great to see you. I know. The Pope did announce that Klaus Schwab is more important than Jesus Christ. I know. He's another one, guys. Check out Bill Bailey. And Bill, since you're a mod, if anybody wants to share your channels, do it. But one of the reasons, too, I've made everyone who's a friend of mine a moderator is because this way you can click on each other's names. You can click on each other's names and subscribe to their channel this way. As a moderator, you can click on everybody's names and become a moderator, or become a sub to someone you're interested in. So it's kind of cool that way. Plus, I figure, a well-armed militia, keeps it tight and not too much riffraff gets going when everybody's armed. So, all right, let's get to the last one. Yeah, this is still coming, though. Yeah, the tents of Edom and the Ishmaelites. Okay, let's get out of there, Bubba. You've got too many verses going on. Yeah, I want to encourage you guys. Let's get down here. Oh, man, I've got so many verses in here. But there's a reason, too, why beheadings are coming back. And this is why... Revelation 20, verse 4. I mean, there's a reason why the beheadings are going to make a huge comeback. Because we are seeing a full-on Islamic takeover of Europe. We are seeing a full Islamic, well, it's fully taken over all of Africa pretty much, and we are seeing the fighting and stuff moving into India and these different areas, and it's taking over Europe. The plan is to take over the rest of the world, and we see it. And a lot of people, when they look at the revived Roman Empire, they always think of the European leader. Well, Rome was one capital. You had Constantinople, which is Istanbul, Turkey. And there's a reason why Revelation 6:4, to him was given a large sword, I believe. So there's a lot of things at play here. And this is becoming a war against Yahweh God versus a war against Allah. And that's how I'm seeing it go down. But guys, let's, I guess we'll just end it here. So thanks for coming in. I'll get it's too dark. You guys can't even see me now. Oh, yeah. E-Sword is great stuff. Yeah. Lydia, 2 Timothy 2:3. The literal app, I'm digging. I'm really digging the literal app because you click on each word of the verses and it pulls up the actual Hebrew and Greek, so you don't have to dig for it. It's just bam right there. But yeah, Sherry Charles is Watchman Dan. Yes, thank you for sharing. Thank you. Thank you, Sherry Charles. Yeah, there's so much good stuff in here, guys. Chat filter top messages. Let's go to all messages. Man, there's so much going on. The optics are so false. I know. All that Satan and he's everywhere. All right, it's dark. You guys can't see me. So this has been fun. I guess I could do this, but, it is what it is. Dawn. Maybe I do look better, guys. I need to get a new pair of readers because, look how scratched up these things are. But anyway, it is what it is. So, now, Chris, my apologies. Please hold on here. Let me throw you. Forgive me. You are a mod. Thank you so much for being here. Cody, no way. Cody. Great to see you, buddy. You're a mod too, buddy. Be charming. How are you doing, sweetheart? How are you not a moderator? Guys, check out all these fun people. They are good people, but I am going to get out of here because this is almost scaring me because this is, but it's kind of fun watching it all get dark. But thanks, guys, for watching, and thanks for being here. And look up. Our redemption is drawing nigh. And it's going to get crazy here soon. But let's do it again. Thanks for watching. We'll talk at you soon. Let's see if I can close this off again. How do I do this? Oh, now I can do it. I can stop the streaming. All right. Thanks, guys. Bye. Did I do it? Did I do it? Did I do it? I didn't do it. I didn't do it. See, I don't know what I'm doing.